So you took a trip to the Philippines.
Yeah. It was basically leading this, like, disobedient missionary syndicate. Drinking, going to strip clubs, going to bars. We had strippers over to our place. I did a whole,
that in the Philippines?
Oh, it's great.
In the Philippines, while you're also banging floozies.
Not even floozies. I'm
Not even
taking
floozy. I'm taking virginity.
And she's like, all right, I'm going to cut to the chase. I love crack.
I'm trying to get some crack rock.
And
She's like, I don't give a fuck. I just want crack.
If you cost me, I'm going to execute
do we have
you.
to buy into the Mega Millions? Oh, wait.
Yeah, no,
I didn't get to the
no.
executing part.
Yeah.
What's going to get me executed?
Well,
Just
free
don't
dinner,
fuck
why
my
not?
wife. I'm not a cock. I'm okay.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that
all
works.
right. Well,
That works,
wife,
yeah.
Free dinner,
Wait,
too?
what's his wife look like?
All right, it's the Boogered Up podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a very, very special episode for you guys here. I'm just going to start. You warming up a fire, too? A little cold down here?
A little
cold?
bit. Well,
Hey,
it's about
Kurt,
to be warm. It's about to be hot
putting on
fire.
that little animated fire over there, too, to warm up down here.
And
Thanks
it's
for that.
not even facing us.
I was
I'm
so
kidding.
confused why it was on over there, and I was like, what the fuck is
Face
that?
it long ways and block the kid's room.
Please.
You want your
Christ,
toys,
please.
you got to work for it.
Fucking hate kids, especially yours. I tell you what, that fucker. Before we started recording, dude, this kid was running upstairs.
Oh my god!
Nick goes, "Put that fucker in the playhouse." Jesus Christ.
Well, it sounded like the ceiling was going to come through. I was like, "Gee, Willikers!"
Yeah. Fairy tale to my right, your guys' left, everybody. And on this side, we've got Kurt to the right,
Pitter patter.
Cody Ray to the left, and a very, very special guest. Everybody, round of applause, welcoming the man, the myth, the legend himself, Bill Squire.
Cleveland's
Hey, thanks
own.
for having me.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. First things first, we have to already throw this out there a couple minutes in. You have a special coming out.
Yeah, I got a new comedy special coming out on November 22nd on my YouTube channel. Going to do a live premiere of it at 9 p.m. so that people can get in the live chat and say what they like or hate about it, whatever. Get that engagement.
Nice.
And then it'll be up there on YouTube, free to watch.
Nice.
And it's going to be on all the streaming services too for audio. So the audio version will be out there too.
sweet.
Nice. Hell yeah.
But-
Why did you pick YouTube? Because I know a lot of comedians nowadays are going towards YouTube because it's easier to work around.
Well, it's just, I'm a Cleveland comedian, and there's a lot of, there's opportunities to go and do it. But for me, my YouTube channel is kind of doing well because of shorts and stuff like that.
Right.
So I've got 70,000 subscribers. So I was just like, I'll put it there, see
Some
what
flex.
happens.
Right.
And just kind of bet on myself rather than go and have it. Because, if it hits there, it's going to be nothing but good. If it doesn't hit, it's all right.
Right.
It's fine. It's still going to be good. But if it hits on a different YouTube channel or it hits on something else, they have to still come and try and find me. But if it hits on my YouTube channel, they're right there. Hit that subscribe button.
Yup.
And then I can
boom.
tell them where to come see me and shit like that.
Easy
Right,
access.
right.
Yep, exactly.
So you've been in the game because I know all the goons here. We've done a little research and such, whether we were very familiar or not familiar. Taylor on the side's pretty familiar with you as a Cleveland kid himself. We realized you've been in the game for a really, really long time, actually.
Yeah, I started in 2004.
Yeah, you've been there a while because I remember one of the things I did, I went on YouTube and I saw 11 years ago a video and I was like, holy shit! I was like, this guy looks very different.
Yeah,
I was like, who the
say,
fuck
bro?
is this guy?
Yeah. I had several different looks. I even had 2 years of skinny. I don't
2 years of skinny.
Oh yeah, real skinny. And I got I don't post a lot of those ones just because I don't want people to go through shock. But yeah, I dropped 120 pounds at one point.
Holy
and
shit!
It was just a skinny little dude, but wasn't people didn't like it.
Yeah,
They were so against
they're
it.
comfy with Big Bill.
Yeah,
Not
they're
little Bill.
they're like, you went a little too far, but it's one of those things where I just I've been at it a long time, and I like a few different looks. I used to wear a suit everywhere I went because it was just easier because I was on the road so much that trying to figure out what I was going to wear on stage every night became a chore. And I got this machine washable George Foreman suit.
Nice.
That's so sick.
Nice. Ball and budgets. I love
dude, it was, but that thing worked great. It was because I could wash it if I needed to. I'd have to get dry cleaned. I could just do laundry in the hotels and shit. And then I just wear an untucked white white dress shirt with a sloppy tie and wear Chucks or Air Force Ones or something, and just kind of had this.
That's the look.
I had a look, and it worked for a
look.
while, and then I kind of moved into a few different looks, but big guy, kind of sloppy, whatever. That's my look.
The George Foreman suit with the George Foreman burgers going, right?
Yeah, I go full prop comic, but
Prop crowd, I love that. So are you're not on the street now anymore doing that consistently, are you?
No, not really. So I did it that way for about 10 years, and it is brutal.
How avid were you on the street? Were you like consecutively going out to different towns, like
Yeah,
states?
I was on the road 40 weeks a year.
Holy
Damn.
shit! You're like a WWE wrestler.
Yeah, dude, it really was.
Holy shit!
Where the way I would schedule it is I'd be out for 1 or 2 weeks, and then I'd come home. I was married at the time, and would hang out with my wife and the kids, and they're my stepkids, but I was raising them like my own. So I'd be family man for Monday through Wednesday, and then hit the road on Thursday, and go and do comedy, and then usually drive home through the night on Saturday, get home Sunday, and then get back to family life.
That's the grind.
Yeah, it was a serious grind, but it was fun. It was.
So
but it got old, and that's why once I got the radio thing, I was like, I'm fine, not really doing that very much anymore.
Good content spot to where you can actually just do your thing you love every day, and
Yeah.
you don't have to go hours and hours out of your way to wash your tux
Yeah.
just to make it good for the night. So were you an opener on the road for a certain person?
I was everything.
Were you
I
doing
was
everything?
whatever money I could make. So I was never a guy. I was never a draw. I was never a guy that you could book and sell out a full 200 seats. But I would go in headline shows, and basically any B club that was around then, I worked it as a feature or a headliner.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Nice.
then I got to start headlining shows within 3 years of starting stand up when I wasn't ready, but I just worked so hard at it
Right.
that you just end up getting opportunities because I was a very good middle act, and headliners weren't following that, and I was just going with all the energy and all this I was a tornado when I was at that point.
Nice.
And then so I did a bunch of crazy shit earlier in my career than most people did, but then I also kind of stayed in the Midwest, so I didn't get exposure from New York or LA because now you can get people
I was about
to
to
pay
say,
attention because of TikTok and
Yeah,
Instagram and
just
stuff
social
like
media.
that. And even YouTube was around back then, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it's not like it is today at
It's
all.
not like it
Right,
was today, and it even they'd watch one video, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's cool," and then they unless you were putting, and I didn't understand, I should have just been putting stuff out all the time, but I was like, "Oh, I don't want to." I thought my shit was too precious. I thought it was "Oh, I should hold on to this," and then I put a special out, and Reddit helped that. So in 2012, I put a special on YouTube that did pretty well because of some Reddit stuff, and then another one actually earlier this year that I filmed the year before, and I wasn't even going to put it as a special. It was just going to be audio, but I was like, hey, I got the video. Let's just throw it up there and see what happens. And it's got 50,000 views now. So
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Applause for the
that's-
numbers.
Golf
Hell
claps.
yeah.
that's
Golf claps.
right. That's something. It feels good when you get I don't. And then, are you guys monetized on YouTube yet?
On YouTube, we are not.
Okay,
We're
you guys
getting-
are close though, because you guys got
We got there.
decent amount. You got the numbers.
It's the watch hours. It's for us.
Okay.
It's,
Yeah.
we got-
Watch this a bunch more.
Yes. Hey, tell them.
Watch this episode. Seriously, if you're a fan of this, just leave make a playlist and watch 7 or 8 episodes on a loop so they get those 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. We got a pretty good. Somebody messaged us and also commented on YouTube. 2 different people were because one of the episodes, Monday's episode, was saying about a cult following because we were going to say what were we going to do if we won the Mega Millions, and I somehow
He's basically
turned
starting a cult.
I somehow turned it into my whole family and all my friends are going to be a cult. You have
We're
to be
the
at the
fa-
dining
we're the
table 4
family.
times a week and everything. And if you cross me, I'm going to execute
Do we have
you.
to buy into the Mega Millions? Wait.
Yeah, no,
I didn't get to the
no.
executing part.
Yeah, no.
He was in until that point. He was like, "Fuck that."
Well, no,
dude.
I just want what's going to get me executed. That's
Well,
what
I'm just it's free
Just don't
dinner.
fuck
Why
my
not?
wife. I'm not a cuck. I'm okay.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that
all right.
works.
Well, I won't
That
fuck your
works,
wife,
yeah.
Free dinner
Wait,
too.
what's his wife look like?
Cody Ray, what's up, Cody Ray? What's up? You looking at me real wild. Don't make me pipe
I'm
down
going to use my right
Rosetta,
to
right?
plead the Fifth Amendment.
Is your wife hot? I mean, I bet she's hot.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a babe.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna fuck her.
I'm not gonna fuck. Hey,
I'm just curious. I'm just,
He said, "Hey, but we're gonna be flirting at the dinner table every Monday through Thursday."
Like, just some tension. There's gonna be some tension.
little steam on there. There you go.
A little steam on the broccoli.
She
right
probably got
there.
a sister or something, though, right? Is she gonna?
I do have a sister too.
Not your sister, her sister.
No, she don't got a
She don't
sister.
got a
She
sister.
don't got a sister anymore.
I'm sure we'll get plenty of hot women in the cult. It'll be fine. If you don't have hot women in your cult, you don't even have a cult. It's just a.
It's just a
club.
bro fest. Yeah, it's a club. It's a gentleman's club.
It's a frat at that point.
What it sounded like was just a whole ass bro fest.
Yeah.
It's just like our ladies are tagging along. Like,
Yeah.
And they have no choice.
Yeah. So our fans are like pretty dominant. I think we're close to the 4,000 mark. So we're getting there for that. But
Nice.
Facebooks are
hand,
big.
Facebook's where we hit the money real good and we do really
nice.
well on that. I think last
Facebook doesn't do anything for me. Like,
last
I got,
month
like,
I think we
banned or some
reached
shit.
6-7 million people.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so we do really well on that. It's because gay Facebook loves Nick. There's one person that comments every single time that they actually watch the videos. Shout out you.
Yeah.
They always just say about how if Nick is ever single, I need to know.
Wait, who's Nick again?
This is
Okay,
fairy tale.
all right.
This is fairy tale.
Fairy tale, yeah, her
Fairy
tale.
tale, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then when he got the beard,
Oh,
off, and had a
I
mustache,
shaved it
was
all
great.
off.
So there's on the radio show that I'm on, the Alan Cox show, one of the people on the show is a gay guy, and I definitely would know that he would like you.
That's
Because,
hell yeah,
because
dude.
they have
Take that as a
he
compliment.
likes like skinny, tall.
Oh, I'm 5'10". I ain't tall.
That's tall enough for him though.
Oh,
he's
shit.
5'9".
Tall enough, though. How you gonna bet?
5'8", but like skin, like Machine Gun Kelly type, which is like just
Yeah, with nose piercing, tongue
yeah,
pierced.
like the grungy dudes. Like,
Yeah.
you're grungy, but you're handsome. But-
Yeah, I'm a handsome grunge.
yeah. Like,
I like
It's
it.
good. It's good to have that though. As we mentioned this a while ago, but like when you get compliments from gay people or like
Dude, it's
just
the best.
or like black
It's the
women,
best.
Yeah.
the black
Dude.
women energy is unreal.
I was
my
telling
God.
my friend we went. I made him buy new shoes because he was wearing bad shoes, and I was like, "Just get these, and you're gonna feel good when a black lady tells you have nice shoes." And he's like, "That's not gonna." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's good." And then he texted me. He's like, "Yeah,
Crazy.
It was a good feeling.
It's a nice little heartwarming.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I so in the building that we work at, there's a certain lady, like if I see her on my way to work, like I know the outfit, like if I match my shirt with my shoes and like have like this
Yup.
thing going on, she's gonna go, "Oh, I like that today." Like, and I gotta live for it. Like,
Hell yeah.
Like
your
I try
walk,
to,
your walk is suddenly different for the rest of
yeah,
the
like I
hallway.
try to time my walk to like her routine so that I can
Just to
walk
get the
past her
time.
just to get that compliment.
That's like that coffee boost in the
Yeah,
morning.
exactly.
Don't even.
Hell
That's
yeah,
that.
dude.
That's
you
that
walk in with a
boost.
smile and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, she complimented you."
I'm all for that.
Yep. That's awesome, dude. But no, they're good. They're good. All of our followers are super sick. And we also started off with this thing, and we don't do it anymore, hopefully. But if you guys want to comment on the YouTube video, #fucknick, #fucktravis.
Fuck Travis.
We will find out who we hate the most, and that's one of the questions that we have for you because we've been off of the virtual, like we
I was gonna
informed
say, I
you.
was about
This
to-
is our very first guest on set.
Yeah.
So thank you, Bill, for joining us tonight. We have a couple questions that we usually ask our guests. One of them that we're going to start off fresh. You just met both of us for the
Yeah.
first night. Are you team fuck Nick or team fuck Travis?
Now, is it like I'm gonna fuck you, or is like
Fuck
like,
that
fuck,
guy.
like,
Yeah,
fuck,
fuck
that guy?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Even though I'm curious of
Yeah.
what your answer would be on the first one, though, too.
Yeah.
I'm very.
I'm gonna go team fuck Nick just because I'm already jealous of the compliments.
fist pump. Fuck you, Garrett.
Just because I'm jealous already of the compliments that you're getting from the gay people.
That's what I'm talking about.
And
yeah.
then, Travis reached out, so I got more
Right.
of a rapport with him. So he reached out and invited me on the podcast, so I got to, show a little bit of loyalty right off the
Little
bat.
bit of
And
loyalty.
I'm joining this cult, so
Hey,
Hey, you're in the
and he
cult,
wants
too?
to fuck my wife,
Yeah.
too, so secretly.
Secretly, there's tension.
I want to, I'm not gonna.
Not
There's
gonna-
tension. It's the tension. It's that sexual tension.
Yeah.
It's like I can see it in her eyes, but I'm going to surpass on it. I'm going to surpass.
You're goofy. All right, I think I really want to dive into this. This is a personal question we ask everybody on the pod.
All right.
So when you're wiping your bottom, are you a baller or are you a folder?
Oh, so I have a bidet.
Ooh.
I'm a bidet guy, but I'm still. So I was a baller for a long time, like way too long, and then I started folding probably.
So you grew up.
Yeah, I grew up and started folding probably 10 or 12 years ago.
Damn, so you're telling me I gotta grow up? Fuck, I'm a baller.
You're a baller
I'm
still?
team baller, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick and I were asking people at the bar the other day this question.
Oh my
And
god, yeah.
Nick is the fucking outlier.
I am the outcast of the village.
We
Are
found
you
one
buying
person.
your own toilet paper?
What do you mean?
Like, once you start buying your own toilet paper,
Oh yeah, I buy my own toilet paper.
and you're that
Sam's
wasteful and like.
Sam's Club.
But
Told him,
still,
dude,
it's,
that whole problem with COVID was not because of there was a
because-
short on it.
it's because
but
of all
so many
the
people
ballers.
ball their
Balling,
assholes.
yeah.
Ball up like a little snowball. It takes me back to my youth.
but it's not effective either. Like, it's not a good way to do it.
I know.
I haven't balled in a long time. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've balled it like since high school.
Fuck, man. I feel like such a crazy person. I need to be.
It's so good.
Have you tried folding?
I've never tried it.
Why not?
I think that's my first step is asking myself why I haven't tried it.
I think it's time to give it a shot.
I need some self-reflection after this. Jeez. I'm an animal.
I want you to sell me on the bidet because I have heard nothing but immaculate things on this, and it's anybody that's listened to this knows that I ring the back doorbell.
Yeah.
So I would think that I would like it to be clean as it is. So
Yeah.
what's the power of it?
Well, I mean, first of all, you got to make sure you understand how to use it. But it's just a cleaner feeling, and not that I was having that much trouble, but it just
Convenient.
It's convenient, and you just feel cleaner. Especially, there's definitely days where I need it more than others, and on those days when you need it, you're glad you have it.
You're right.
Like there's a million different scenario or analogies. The one that I always go with is like if you spill peanut butter on carpet, are you just using a paper towel, or are you going to get some water in there? You can get some water in
I
there.
like
Try
that.
and-
Saying the
Oh,
strip
shit.
is not
You
clean.
sold
Pretty
me
hairy
like
strip.
that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
sold me
Strip.
there.
I'm gonna go buy one.
You sold me
And
with that one.
yeah, they're cheap and they're
Holy
easy
shit.
to install.
I've been
Like,
squirted in the face with a bidet.
Yeah, most people have.
Is the water
True
cold?
shit, bro. It's yes.
So the water, you can get ones that will have like heated up. Luckily, in my building,
Cody Ray is sold immediately.
luckily in my building, it's the water's not that cold. If it's the first spray of the morning, like if my girlfriend used it before me.
What a statement! The first spray in the morning.
Because the bathrooms, it's warm because they got water, like radiators.
Yeah.
And so it's really warm in there. So the water that's sitting in the pipes is pretty warm. But if you go more than, a minute, then it starts getting cold. But even then, you realize your butthole can handle some cold.
Yeah,
It's not
like
going
a-
to ruin
sometimes
your
it
life.
like when you
feel
drop
good.
the
I
turd.
feel like that's
yeah,
a wild
Sometimes
awakening.
it feels great, yeah.
Like you eat
it's
something
like when the
spicy,
water
dude.
hits it when you're dropping a turd.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever used it sexually?
Like jacked off while I use my bidet?
Because that's kind of where I was at too. Like, hey, yo, you ever want to sit down and just use some
I mean, I have not.
Hop right in the shower?
I'll put that on my bucket list.
cool?
Fucking run out of spit, so you just turn around, hit the buttons.
Hit the bit.
What do you think I do?
Oh my god, that was such a great spit. What up, Cody
Oh
Ray?
shit! Okay,
Yeah.
so you're 2-2 for me here.
Yeah.
0-2 for you. You need to grow up, is what he's saying.
I
The
need
last question that we
self-reflection is
have-
what he's saying.
The last question that we have for our guests is, how do you make Kool-Aid? What is the proper formula to make Kool-Aid?
All right. So I haven't made Kool-Aid in a long time, but the way I do it was get the pitcher, put the we'd always have the packet.
Yeah.
So
packets,
always
for
get
sure.
the packet. Sometimes I knew people that have like the tub.
The tubs, yeah.
The tubs is
Yeah, no, you got to go packets, rip them.
Yeah. So you put that in, and then I think I'd do like a full cup of sugar,
Okay.
and then you add the water, and then you stir it with a wooden spoon,
Okay.
and that's
Pretty
Kool-Aid.
normal, right? That's
Yeah.
pretty normal.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
1 for 2.
1 for 2.
He does it basically the same way
There
I
were
do
3
it.
questions.
I do it. Oh shit! Yeah, there was not 3. I can't do math either, so maybe I really need to.
Really, 3 fucking questions. That's the math you got. No, okay, that's probably like a mix between me and you with an answer on that one. Okay.
All right, what are your guys'? How do you do it?
I don't count my sugar. I just dump that bitch in there. I put warm water in. I put the sugar, a lot of sugar. I mean, a fuck ton of sugar.
So imagine Mount
then
Everest.
Then I put the packets in. Then I put warm water in because it
Yeah.
dissolves the sugar. I learned that from an older black woman. That fucking thank God for
That's very
Lincoln's
smart.
grandmother.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
And then stir that around a little bit so it's nice and good. Then you put cold water in and ice cubes. Don't need to measure because you got enough sugar in there. You're
Yeah.
good. Bada bang, bada boom, and you're good. Put it in
right.
the fridge.
And then,
I do it the same way you do, but I just add 2 cups of sugar, water, and then stir, and then taste the
I
sugar
probably
ratio.
use more sugar. I just can't remember because I haven't actually made Kool-Aid in a long time. So maybe I'll just. I'm going to try your method. The warm water thing is brilliant.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It blew my mind because
dissolves that sugar.
I remember because I grew up like normal white family,
Yeah.
and just they measured everything by like the little cups. They're like, okay, that's enough.
That's a
And
teaspoon.
so I'm just tasting like shit Kool-Aid my whole life, and then
Yeah.
I went over to my buddy Chris's house, and this older black woman comes up with a cup of Kool-Aid. Goes, here's Kool-Aid. And I took a sip of it, and I go, what in tarnation is
This
this?
ain't
The
Kool-Aid.
greatest thing I've ever had in
like,
my
this ain't
life.
Kool-Aid.
And she goes, how do you guys make Kool-Aid? And I was like, I don't know. She goes, you need to tell your mom about this one. And she took me step by step. There's very minimal things I remember about my childhood, and that is one of them.
Yeah.
How to make the fucking
that's
proper
a core
Kool-Aid.
memory.
That's
yeah.
a good takeaway from your childhood.
Because I found out right there that I've been growing up very white for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like seasoning of chicken, salt, and pepper. Call it
Oh
a
yeah,
day.
no,
Right.
I didn't grow up that white.
Then my mom. Yeah, you know my mom.
Yeah, Janine. Sorry,
Did
Janine.
your parents cook the fuck out of everything too? Like,
Yeah.
chicken was so dry, and then like
Not even
vegetables-
moist.
Every vegetable that they like, the reason we didn't like vegetables because they were soggy as fuck. And then like you have vegetables that were grilled when you're a little older, and you're like, oh shit,
It's got a little crunch
yeah,
to
it's got
it.
a little crunch. It's,
You add a
it's
crunch,
good.
it changes
Yeah.
everything.
Oh my god,
Because
yeah.
everything was like frozen bagged vegetables because we had 5 kids in our family.
Yeah.
So everything was just like
Felt that.
throwing it all together last minute rather than like having like fresh produce or anything like that.
Nice.
It was yeah. My mom became a much better cook once she wasn't cooking for us.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
said my mom didn't change. My dad was a cook, so
Yeah.
every time my dad cooked, slap.
Yeah.
Best ribs I'll ever eat in my fucking life, hands
Yeah.
down. My mother, on the other hand, she never learned how to do that shit. That's the salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Or you get chicken and it's legit white.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, you cooked this shit just enough and
It's
with
not
no
even.
seasoning.
It's not
bro.
even red. Where's the
Yeah.
seasoning?
Like there ain't shit to it.
Travis is like, wow, this really is chicken.
Yeah, this is chicken.
What did how did your dad make his ribs? Because I'm just now getting like I don't have a grill. Like
you
I live
smoke?
in a condo, and I wish I could smoke them, but like I've just been doing slow cooker ribs.
Oh,
But
they're
pretty good.
yeah. I was gonna say I cook mine in the slow cooker
Yeah,
too
they
because
fuck.
I don't have a smoker yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, my dad smokes them, and he's just consistently going at it,
Yeah.
covering it up. And I really don't know the step by step because I've never.
But like
learned
he
it.
would smoke them though.
Yeah, he smokes them, and he's been doing it for a long time, and it's been the same
Nice.
recipe every time. And
Everything
it is
tastes better
fire.
in a smoker.
I never liked ribs until I finally had his, and I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Well, there's so many things going back to where things were just the worst version of it, where you get ribs and they'd be so tough because they'd be like cooked in 20 minutes. Someone just put them in the oven.
Yep.
And they're just trying to get it. So like, yeah, like, and not slow cooked or anything. They're just like, and they're done. And you're like, you can feel the bones ripping off the flesh. Like, I remember the first time like having ribs and it like the bone just came out, and I was like, oh,
Just-
that seems so much better.
Fall off
than
the bone.
when it sounds like you're actually ripping a pig's rib off its body.
That's one way to
Seems
put
less
it.
appetizing.
The fucking sides of it look like beef jerky. You're like, what in the fuck is this,
Right.
dude? I can see it, and that was the problem for me. Is like when I got older and I started cooking, and like when I had burgers, they would never cook a medium rare because there was always like a medium to a medium well
Yeah.
because my mother didn't like pink inside, and which is kind of funny for my mother not liking pink inside.
Right, yeah.
But
That's so funny.
kind of
Stop
lines
it.
up itself with a joke. But and so when I started cooking myself and I was like eating medium rare, like eating burgers, I'm looking at the burger, it's fucking pink in the middle. I'm like getting nervous as fuck. 'Cause I'm like, I don't know if I cooked this right. This doesn't look good.
But it tastes good.
But it's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna ride with it. And my mom's like, no, that's medium rare. I just never ate it. And I was like, you fuck.
You
Yeah.
bitch.
That's kind of how like one time it was pink inside, and one of my older brothers was like, "Ew!" And then so she's like never made another medium rare burger again, and just made like these. I mean, they were like the briquettes. Where they were just fucking cooked. And then my cousin from Massachusetts came, and we went to a restaurant, and he got a medium rare steak, and I was like, "Can I try that?" He's like, "Yeah." And I tried his medium rare steak, and that changed everything for me. That was like my moment where I was like, okay, we're eating the pink meat.
Yeah,
That's all right.
pink
that's fine.
I started cooking in high school. I took a home ec class, basically, and that just sparked it for me. I was like, bro,
Nice.
it's like an art because I love tasting what you make. Because if it's really good, you're like, yeah, I made that. But if it's shitty, you're like, yep, I still made that.
Yeah.
Then you got to like think about all the problems that you've done with that. You're like, what the fuck did I do wrong? Did I leave it on temperature high, X, Y, and Z, whatever?
Stay up all night.
There is something about when you first start cooking where you think you know better than the recipe.
100%.
And you're like, that can't be enough. So you like over season it or under season it or try to like using high heat all the time because you're just trying to get it done. You're like, no, there's some things you want high heat. And there's other things you want to go medium or low.
Yeah,
I just got past that. I just literally got, like, I swear to God, like 3-4 months ago, because I was always on electric and I went to gas. I just went through the full year of just living in the house that I'm in now, and I was cooking on I would turn it up all the way to high. Fucking flame is just almost on the other side of the pan, and I'm just cooking a chicken, just fucking crisp. Got to cut it up to make sure the inside's
He's
good.
like, why is it raw still?
And I used to send snaps all the fucking time
God.
whenever I made chicken, because I was like, yo, this shit's cooked perfectly. It's raw as fuck inside, the outside is just charred.
Oh.
It's like perfectly charred, inside is just fucking nuts.
Pink.
And I remember like trying to learn to cook eggs, and you cook it on super high heat, and you're just like, you throw it in there, and it's the moment it hits the pan, you already have like a hard done.
Yeah, it's white. It's just poof gone. You're like, all right, cool, flip, done, good,
Yeah.
awesome. That's fun. But going back into growing up in Cleveland, born, raised, right?
Yep.
Correct. How did you grow up? You're talking about family of 5 and everything of that nature. There is a fun story that you have attached to yourself that everybody found as a gnat here. Fuck you. Get the beer out of here. Fucking gnat in my face. There's a fun story that is attached to you that all of us were able to find, and that is about your ex-Mormon days.
Yeah, so I was raised Mormon, and people always think if you're Mormon, you're from Utah, but just like I have family that was in Utah, but then my grandpa, he was in like Arizona, and then he got hired by the FBI after World War II.
What the fuck?
And he worked in the field office that's in Cleveland.
Hell yeah.
So before you get farther into that, we were trying to have a conversation prior to this. Cody Ray has absolutely no fucking idea what a Mormon actually is.
Oh, really?
So the joke of
Yeah,
Utah,
I'm
I
stupid.
I saw it fly over his head,
Yeah.
and he's like, I don't know what's Utah have to do with this.
So it's called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and they basically in the 1800s, this failed magician named Joseph Smith. This isn't how they tell the story, by the way. He started a church, and he, it's like built on a lot of stuff in the Bible, but then he added a bunch of stuff. He said he found gold plates that were from people that traveled from Jerusalem to America, and then Jesus, like after he came back from like the resurrection, he came over here and was teaching them, and like there's a lot that goes into it, but basically he said that he was having like direct talking, like conversations with God,
Like he was a scribe.
yeah, and God was telling him all these things to do, and then it leads from there to bringing back polygamy and him basically getting dudes to join the church so he can marry their wives and daughters. And then
Look at Cody Ray goes, this sounds not too shabby, dude.
And now they got rid of that polygamy stuff so that Utah could become a state, because they kept getting kicked out of every city that they'd settle in because it was very culty.
Right.
People were like, hey, we don't want this guy to fuck our daughter. So they pushed it all the way out to Utah. They settled in Utah, and now they try to kind of they definitely toe the line. Like, they're very good people. Like, they're always very nice and stuff like that. But, they're typical evangelical Christian church where they're not super cool with gay people and sketchy history with black people, things like that. And
Sketchy. Sketchy.
yeah, it's real sketchy.
Understatement.
And so you guys know some stuff. And then
we know.
Yeah,
He has no idea.
yeah. And then they also are the wealthiest church on the planet now. Like they knew exactly what they're doing, which is the one thing that makes me go, all right, God's church probably would be the wealthiest church, so maybe I did fuck up leaving, but really just they know how to do real estate really well, and so they just bought a bunch of shit.
Nice.
They
So-
run a bunch of companies.
So you took a trip to the Philippines,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
How
Philippines.
did that go?
So that was my Mormon mission. Went to the Philippines. Started off trying to be a good Mormon boy. Then about a year in, started breaking like little rules because you can't watch TV or like listen to music or anything like that. And so me and this one missionary started going to movies and like buying like bootleg DVDs and shit like that and watching all this stuff. And it kind of spiraled from there to a point where I started drinking and like was basically leading this like disobedient missionary syndicate where we were drinking, going to strip clubs, going to bars.
That's
We had
so
strippers
awesome.
over to our place.
How
I did a
was
whole
that in the Philippines? How was that?
oh, it's great.
Oh my God!
Like I'm very. There was a lot of fun.
This fucker had a
Yeah,
blast,
yeah. I
dude.
had a very like that was a good time.
Sounds like an amazing
It
time.
was. I haven't gone back because I don't think I'd come back. Like
That makes sense. That makes a lot of
yeah.
sense.
There's part of me that just wants to like cash everything out and just be like, go live in the Philippines and just, have a good 3 years and die. Like,
Just a good 3. That's all I asked
yeah,
for.
but it was a lot of fun. But then, we weren't being the most careful. Got in trouble. Got sent home. Excommunicated from the Mormon Church. And that's what led me to doing a stand up was because when I was there, I was speaking in front of people a lot and like teaching missionaries and people. And,
So that kind of helped you get over your stage fright early, right?
well, I never had the stage fright. I always liked speaking in front of people.
Really?
So like
Yeah,
it was just the creativity was like, how can I make these speeches about something boring funny? And so I
like
do.
intrigue
that.
people.
I
I
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah,
try and make them funny stories. Try and just get a response from the crowd. So it was a lot of fun from that aspect of it, and
That's
it
a really-
definitely led to.
That's a really big part in stand-up, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So as you're getting something that is basically like turn a brick into a joke, you're like, you've been doing this your whole time.
Yeah.
You're going over there in the Philippines while you're also banging sloozies. And you're just
Yeah.
like, you know what, hey.
Not
let's
even
have a-
floozies. I can't
Not
take
even
it virginity.
sloozies. I'll take the virginity. He said, "I already meet." I think you need to wear this more than me. You need to wear this half more
I don't
than
think
me.
I actually took anyone's virginity. I did. I was the first dick one girl ever sucked. That's
That's a power move,
Yeah,
brother.
that
How
was-
bad was that?
It was still pretty good.
It's like cold
Even
pizza.
then,
It's
you're
like,
like, dude, I don't have to come back.
it's
I
like
had-
cold pizza.
It was. She wasn't. It was the first dick or the first mouth I had my dick in for quite some time. So I was thrilled.
You were
Like,
just stoked
yeah.
regardless.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just like I was saying, it's like cold pizza. It's still good, but
Still
it's
good,
bad. But
yeah.
when it's bad, it's still good. You know what I mean?
I kind of like that. Okay.
Yeah, it was very good.
It was very
It
good.
was,
Very
again,
nice.
you got to think very like I had some experiences before I went on my mission, but it had been almost 3 years at that point. So
How old are you when you went on this?
I left
trip?
when I was 20.
Okay.
How long were you there?
2 years.
Oh,
So I
okay.
got home when I was
So
22.
the first year you just started to break out in this rebel phase and you just started going crazy.
Yeah, well, the first year I was like doing all the stuff that I was supposed to do.
Yeah,
I was
after
actually
the first year,
I was
you're
actually
like, fuck
super
this.
depressed and wanted to kill myself.
God
and then
damn.
I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do what I want, little by little.
So you broke
And-
out into movies first step off of that?
Yeah, it was just because you don't know what else. And I was also kind of looking for a partner in crime, and so I found this other missionary that was willing to break some rules. I was like, okay, this is gonna be fun.
Do you
And,
still
yeah.
keep in touch with him?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
There's like 3 or 4 guys that I still talk to.
That's awesome.
Pretty, like once or twice a year we'll catch up, and
Nice.
yeah, he's out in Utah and he's got a nice family and he's doing good.
How long were you supposed to be there if you got sent home early?
2 years.
Oh,
I got sent
shit,
home.
so
I got
bad.
sent home 1 week early.
Oh,
They
so
wouldn't
bad.
even- they wouldn't just keep me there. They're like, you gotta go.
So
Be like, come on, I promised her at the titty bar I was going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. What happens if you went through the 2 years? What does that include
So-
to that?
then if I had made it and been like honorably, like an honorable release is what they call it, it would have been like, oh, I would have probably not left the church. I just would have lived like a double life. Or I wouldn't have left the church as abruptly as I did.
Right.
But,
kind of like the black sheep.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So then, I still kind of went to church for the first year after I got home because I was still living with my parents. But then once I moved out of my parents' house, I never went back.
He's like, Sundays, NFL football, sleeping till noon.
Yeah.
Fuck with it.
Well, literally, what happened was I was on my way to church the first Sunday that I had moved into my apartment, and I had to drive downtown in Cleveland, and I went past the arena and the Cavs had a game, and I had like a pretty good wad of cash in my pocket from some comedy I'd done the night before, and I was like, I'm just going to ask a scalper how much a ticket is. And he's like, this is a, pretty decent seat, and it was like a lower bowl seat.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And so $45, and I was like, fuck it. And so I went in my church clothes. I have like a shirt and tie on, go and watch the Cavs game by myself, had a fucking blast.
I would say that's fucking sick, dude.
They played the Suns, and they won. It was a close game. They won by like 3 or 4.
What year was that?
That was 2006, I think.
So that is first year, second year? No.
That's like two years in a comedy.
No. I'm talking
LeBron.
Oh, that's
year 2, right? He was
that.
in
Well, no,
05?
he 2003, 2004
yes, okay.
was his first season.
Yes.
So this is like the start of his, or like the middle of his third season.
So this is like when you're really okay. Because I'm trying to.
He's really starting to heat up now.
Yeah, I'm trying to grasp on that to where okay, because also
Yeah.
the Suns back then at that time were a decently stacked name
Oh,
team.
that
with
was
Stoudemire.
That's why I was going. I'm
Yeah.
like, I get to see
Yeah.
LeBron play
Steve
Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to Sean Marion's uncle. Like he was sitting next to me.
I was just about to say, you can't forget Sean with his little like throw pass.
His-
He
yeah,
would
his-
shoot. He would just shoot like
Those
that.
weird shots that he did, but he was good. He played for the Cavs for like a minute.
Yeah, I would loved it. I
Yeah.
loved the fact that he
Yeah.
played for the Cavs because that was my NBA Live team.
Oh, nice.
Because I would love to shoot it off on the side with Sean. He would never throw it up. He would never go that. So it was just even in the
Yeah.
game they would like we got to
It would
animate
just,
a
like,
shot
pop out of
for
his
him.
hand, yeah.
That's sick, dude. Yeah. So you that kind of leads into what we were going to talk about next on this one. You, as well as the church did to you, they threw you away.
Yeah.
You did that to the Browns.
Yeah.
You threw them away. Get
Yeah,
the hell out of here.
I had to make a decision based on stuff that they did, and the big thing was when they were talking about getting Deshaun Watson, I did a deep dive into what was alleged against him, and I was like, man, it's pretty grody. It's pretty grody stuff, and there's different accounts, and there's a lot of people that feel like it wasn't that bad, but some of the stuff that I read, like where he was just pulling his dick out and like coming on people without their permission, like that's pretty gross.
I would say that's pretty bold.
Yeah, and
In a manner, though, it's kind of just wild to think about it. Like, you're just randomly going and they're just semen loading.
Imagine
You're
the
like,
confidence
what?
you got to have to even do that in the first place.
well, that's what turned him on too. So like once they got him and then like gave him the most money of any
oh
quarterback.
my God, $230 million.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm a football fan, but I didn't grow up really watching the Browns. I mean, they were on, but I just like football in general. Okay. So like whatever team, like my dad isn't a football fan.
Okay.
So some people have like it's ingrained in their DNA being a certain team's fan.
It was kind of crazy to hear
Yeah.
you say at age 20 whatever it was, you were driving around and you bought tickets to a Cavs game just to go.
Yeah. So Cavs, that basketball was my number one sport, and Cavs were like my team. So like.
Did you grow up liking them, or is this just was it just a spur of the moment and it just unleashed a sports fan in you?
No, I grew up liking them.
Okay.
I grew up like going to Cavs games, and because the Browns were gone for a few years too, and they just, I don't know, I just didn't have the when I was younger. Like I liked the Browns, but I wasn't like diehard Browns. I was way diehard Indians and
Long
and
live
Cavs.
Chief Wahoo.
So watching them and shit, that was cool. But then you got the once the Browns came back, I built my fandom for the Browns when they came back in '99.
Right.
Or actually, really more when I got back from the Philippines because I wasn't really around for those
Yeah. Okay.
few years. And
So jealous.
And when they made that decision to get Watson, I was just like, I know so many people that have been through shit situations like that, and I just can't turn that off while I'm watching him.
Right.
So I was just like, I'm just gonna step away from the Browns, pick a new team. And the thing is, people got really mad at me, but they don't understand. Like, I'm not judging anybody for sticking with the Browns because I know how much it means to people. Right. I know 100%. What that community is. I understand why.
It's one of the most loyal fan bases in all of sports.
Yeah, literally.
Because of how bad that team has been in history past, and you still have a plethora of fans. I mean, there's two football teams in the state of Ohio,
and
whether some Browns fans want to admit it or not, and they still don't want to be a fan of Cincy when we were in the fucking playoffs for like 5 years straight. Even though we lost every first round, we would still be in the playoffs and be decent. They were just like, nah, dude, Cleveland. And I'm like, you're fucking 0-16.
You're fucking
You might want to
insane.
jump ship.
And none of that stuff did it for me, but it was like more of a moral thing where I was like, this guy being the quarterback doesn't. And then, like, the way some people, I can handle jokes and stuff like that, but then people will just acting like it didn't happen or like trying to downplay it. I'm like, at least own up to the fact that it is gross.
Like, pretty serious.
And I see a lot of people do that. And so they're like, you know what?
Or they have tailgates with decorated stuff.
Oh my God, the merch they make off of it?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. And so that's why I was like, I'm going to take a step back and like, I'll still cheer for Nick Chubb because he's fucking awesome. I'll cheer for Myles Garrett.
I hate him. I hate him too.
Yeah, he's so good though.
I love them and I fucking hate them, dude.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett.
Why are the Bengals so bad against the Browns?
Ask
the Browns are terrible this year, and they fucking ripped you guys.
Have no idea how much shit I've talked this year because the person that sits in your seat is a diehard Browns fan.
Yeah,
and so we made like.
Well, I'm gonna try and represent him a little bit here. Just
we made
just
3 or 4 bets,
game.
dude. 3 or 4 bets, super good. I have all the faith in the world. Baker's out. Baker's had our number for years. Everything's cool. Mm-hmm. Then they fucking have. Who is their quarterback again?
Jacoby Brissett.
Fucking Brissett.
Yeah.
Fucking Brissett has an impeccable game, and so does the running game. And our offense and defense, our defense not too much, but our offense could not have played a worse game. I've never seen that whole offensive unit play worse.
And they played a really bad game against the Steelers to start the season.
Yeah, we did. Thanks for reminding me of that. Yeah, fuck. It's been a really rough beginning of the season.
Yeah, it's
our first half.
What are they, 5-4 right now?
5-4. The first half of the season, I said I thought we were going to go 6-3 at minimal is what we needed to go in order to come. The second half of our season is fucking incredibly hard.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that we would be something of that nature. We're almost 5-5, and we're going into the second half. Yeah. So hopefully Baltimore doesn't take it from us.
Yeah.
Well, Lamar.
But that's the thing too is Baltimore can just not show up. Like the AFC North is very. It's strange. Like I've never seen it before, where Baltimore and the Steelers were so good for so long, and now they're both. I mean, the Steelers are dog shit, which I love.
Fucking terrible.
I love that. That makes me so happy.
As we lost to them though, but terrible.
Yeah,
and we got them not next.
Like that was a game where when the Browns beat the Steelers, like. The Bengals-Browns rivalry is not the same as, like, the Steelers. Are you guys the same with the Steelers?
Every single person in our division hates the fucking Steelers so much.
So
we'll play the Ravens, it's the Ravens. We'll play the Browns, it's the Battle of Ohio, of course. When we face the Steelers, it's almost like Michigan and Ohio State. You don't want to fucking use the S letter or something.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck them.
He said, fuck them.
Especially because I was at the game. So, as much as I'm, like, not cheering for the Browns, there's still part of me that like can't help it.
Right.
Oh, they got to beat the Steelers. I can't fucking cheer for the Steelers.
Yeah,
and people had been like when I was talking about this on the radio, like, oh, are you gonna be a Steelers fan? I was like, you guys had a rapist for 18 seasons. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Jumping ship to that team, like you know what? They solved it. Now he's finally gone.
I can't go with that. Like talk about a slap on the wrist. I mean. Deshaun Watson did some bad things.
11 games.
Yeah, a lot. It seemed like a lot worse what Ben Roethlisberger did.
And the shitty part is like I despise being an Ohio native of Findlay. I despise the city of Findlay because they were a rival to us in high school, and it still holds true to me because I got in fist fights on the baseball field versus them, and to know that he was from there, and then he went to the Steelers with it. It's just like Fuck.
He said that's
Fuck that
3
guy.
strikes.
Yeah, man.
He's out.
If it tells you how
Now
much
he's
I
got
hate
3. He figured it out.
I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad at math.
the year that Joe Burrow broke his leg, like, he was completely ruptured, bomb in his leg, boom. We had Ryan Finley as a quarterback, and when we beat the Steelers that season, and we hurt I think we might have either took their undefeated season away, or we were like the second loss has really started it up. When we beat the shit out of them, I was screaming in my house in celebration.
Yeah.
I felt like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We've been in the Super Bowl. That was the same feeling.
It's that you have those moments when you cheer for a team that lets you down so much. Like when you have those big moments that the way the Browns ended the losing streak, that game where Baker came in for Tyrod Taylor when he was hurt, that was insane.
Right.
Like that feeling, like that, you can't really rival
That was the one with the beer fridges, right?
Yeah, and the beer fridge,
when the beer fridges got on lock.
And we had one at work.
No shit.
So I was watching the game at my apartment, and I was like, "Oh shit, the fridge is going to be open." I drove to work and got one of those beers because I was like,
"That's a moment.
Yeah.
That's a moment you can hold on to
Yeah.
forever."
Well, that's a fucking moment that your
man,
boss
you guys
showed up
cheer
on.
for the Browns again."
That's a fucking.
Bring it up to this college. I'm like, "Oh, that moment was."
I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do have a lot of this stuff that's going on."
That was a fucking moment that your boss drove to work on a Sunday just to open the beer
well,
fridge.
it was a Thursday.
They played a Thursday night game.
And there was there wasn't a key. It was
like a timer thing.
It was a timer thing.
The whole thing unlocked at one moment.
Yeah. So these fridges were all
Look
over
at him.
the
He's
city.
really in it right
Well,
now.
because it was such a crazy promotion.
I'm in,
Right.
so-
I love that.
And so they had these locks that would open. They just send out a signal, like a cell phone signal, and it would unlock the thing. So I wasn't there when it was unlocked, but I got there and got to have one of the beers. I think I drank like 4 of them.
They were pretty good, weren't they, at the time?
That
It's
was
the
a
best
good
pretty
beer.
cold.
beer you've
That's
had.
the best Bud Lights ever tasted.
That was that was a really cool moment. And
That fridge was probably empty by the end of the the night.
Oh yeah, they got smashed. It was
drank away all the losses.
I wasn't
that you guys had
wasn't
in
the
a row.
only one that made that drive either, because it's the Thursday night game, and there's other people that were like, I want to go get one of those Victory Fridge beers. So like it became a little party down there.
That's so sick that you guys just threw a party basically down at your work.
Yeah, for one win.
Yeah, to even wrap up the Cleveland sports up there, how long have you been a Indians/Guardians fan?
I mean that's from the time I was a little kid.
Little kid, nice. Okay.
Cavs and Guardians. I mean even Browns, but like I got more into the Browns later. But Indians, because that run that they had in the 90s was right. There was no Browns then, and so it was everybody was just all sold in. They're selling every single game, and that was just the best. And it was also just they just built the ballpark and stuff like that, so it was
nice and fresh.
Yeah.
It was real fresh. It was really cool. So Indians, all the way from the time. I was a little kid.
So one of the things I wanted to bring up to you as a diehard Cleveland sports fan, I wanted to bring up.
Don't bring up the World Series.
The World Series.
Don't bring that up.
The World Series.
I stay.
Now, as
oh
much
my
as
God.
okay, so you're talking about
that hurt.
the thing that hurts right now.
Yeah.
Oh my
just
God,
think
it
about
still hurts
I remember
because
in
they
college,
deserve one.
I've said this
Yeah.
one time on the pod,
Oh
but
my God.
I remember in college I was drinking so many fucking beers because I was so anxious and so nervous because this is before the Cavs and the championship and such and everything, and I was just I was feeling some sort of feelings. I walked. It was pouring down rain that night. I walked with 2 full beers in my hands, drinking them to my dorm in college because I was fucking depressed.
Dude, so I'm gonna show you the girl that I was seeing at the time. It was 26.
You're gonna show us the girl? Is this
Yeah,
is this
because-
a thing with the
because-
wife thing? Or you
Well,
trying to swap?
this is kind of like a thing where like to emphasize how depressed I was
You're
because
showing us the girl?
I'm going to show you the girl that I said don't come over. I don't feel like it tonight.
Oh, fuck.
Bro, I stayed up.
I cannot
I
wait
stayed
for
up
this.
till like 1 a.m. because of the rain delay that night. I remember they had a rain delay and everything, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
But
it was.
pouring down fucking rain like
Oh.
the whole state that night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was just so sad. I made a bet at work. I was like, nah, they got it. Indians are winning.
I
And
watched
I lost
with
$60
a Cubs fan that night. I watched with a
Fuck
Cubs
Kyle
fan.
Schwarber.
How'd
Oh,
you do
fuck
that?
Kyle Schwarber. fuck Chris Bryant. Fuck all of them, bro.
Dog, it was.
Oh.
Well, for one, I would have. I
Rose
wish
Chapman.
I wouldn't have had that any other way for an opposing team to be there.
Yeah.
Like when Bengals were in the Super Bowl, I would have loved nothing more for the Rams team to be there, like a Rams fan, because then it could have been like back and forth kind of deal.
Yeah, the whole night.
When I was there with the Cubs fan, and especially that game, how back and forth it was, and then the home run off the fucking post. And
Rajai
everything.
Davis.
I mean, you're looking at when that happened. I almost blacked out at that moment just from adrenaline, and that's like that moment.
I woke my stepdad up, who had to be at work at 5:30, screaming in my room. I had to be at work too, but he was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "They tied it! They tied it!" And he stayed up with me, and we finished it.
Then you finished it, and he got so mad.
He was like, "You woke me up to fucking."
You woke me up to lose the fucking World
And
Series.
I fucking stayed up for a beating. Oh my god!
A beating from the team, right? Or from
Both.
No.
he was mad. Let me tell you, he was mad.
God, fucking damn, that's so good.
All right, hold on. I got it. It's loading. A little
Have you found the lady?
Okay, so this is the girl.
Oh, okay.
So we ended up dating, but like at that time, she's pretty fucking hot, and
Yeah, she's really
Hey
cute.
man, hey,
she goes.
Hey, fishy, bro.
She's all ready to come over, and she's like, "Hey, are we still on for tonight?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't feel like it. Because that game, that World Series loss, fucking hurt me so bad that I was like, I don't want to fuck tonight.
I
don't
would
want to
say
do it."
definitely have whiskey dick. I didn't
Yeah.
even have a single drop of
It
whiskey. I know
wasn't.
this shit's
Yeah,
not getting hard.
yeah, it was just,
I was like, I need at least 16 hours, please.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. I tried to grip dick after that fucking
You
game
tried
to
to
feel
fucking
something.
regroup?
No, not after the World, after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I was drunk too, but I went to do it. That thing didn't move. I was like, this really is hurting my heart. I didn't jerk off like 3 days after because of how heartbroken I was. We just lost the fucking Super Bowl.
Or you just was thinking of Joey B in your head.
Oh, Jostina B or whatever the hell, what was her name?
Joe
I
Shiesty.
would have got hard on that for sure.
the
NFL
Picture of
quarterbacks
Joe Burrow and a
as
girl.
women.
Yeah.
Did you see the coaches?
No.
Coaches has one?
Yeah.
I think Jimmy Garoppolo is the most beautiful
I'm
woman.
terrified for Zach Taylor.
Did they do Zach? I don't think they did Zach. I think.
Jimmy Garoppolo is the most
Zach would
beautiful
look like a
woman.
minor, dude. It'd be terrifying to look at.
All right. That's
No way.
That's
That's
John Harbaugh.
Yeah, it's Harbaugh.
Oh my god. Harbaugh looked.
It's so funny.
Harbaugh didn't look too bad.
Matt LaFleur.
Oh my god.
Can get floored.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
I will put her on the floor. Yes,
Shauna
indeed.
McVay.
Can get.
That's like a
I don't
granny
have
suck.
a
That's
pun
granny
for that.
suck right there. I'm not too mad about that.
Tomlin.
Tomlin looks like she knows how to use them hips, but
That's like three. That's like three shots.
Yeah, Tomlin had to get the shoulders taken off because that's
Yeah.
some bulky ass shoulders right there.
It's alright. She can tackle me onto the bed.
It's like fucking China, dude. That's scary, bro.
Pete Carroll.
It looks like Ellen DeGeneres.
That is literally Ellen DeGeneres.
Fucking funny. Oh my god.
Hold on, I feel like there's one. Yeah, LaFleur and McVay are good. Kelly Kingsbury.
Oh
Cliff, yeah.
shit!
There's some.
She looks like a politician.
Andy Reid.
That's Grandma.
Ew.
One keg.
One keg.
So, yeah, the
That's so awesome. I didn't know they did coaches.
what's his face? Pete Carroll was the best though.
Hands down, hands down.
Oh, 100%. That's so fucking funny.
I wanna move to this because we've been waiting for this moment for somebody that's on live. Again, a little small round of applause for the first guest. We wanted to go. We did it actually with Autumn, his girlfriend. Well, she was sucking a grapefruit on that episode, which was a fantastic
showed us the
episode. If you have
grapefruit
not seen
technique.
this episode, you need to go back and watch this.
Sucking a
the
grapefruit.
grapefruit technique.
Okay, I've seen the
sucking
video.
Yeah.
But she explains it.
The
She
episode is
demonstrates.
wild.
Yeah.
We
Your
started.
girlfriend did this on the show?
I did it too.
How'd you do?
Cody,
I think I won.
Who won?
Dude, the fucking banana on the top and bottom was teethed out, just straight line. He was just making that shit with
well,
the teeth.
hey, I think he saves it though with the spit. He's like,
Hey, he
he
did.
spit on it.
I got fucking dirty on it.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah,
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
So,
do it right
so
if you're
when he
gonna do
first
it.
went to do the grapefruit technique, he actually didn't use the grapefruit at all. He just kept fucking his throat with the banana and
Straight-
didn't rotate the grapefruit at all.
I thought it was there for taste, dude. I don't know.
All banana,
It
no
was
grape.
so good.
You didn't see the video. You didn't see
He's like, I
Throatzilla.
thought it was
No,
Throatzilla.
not-
I
Is that what you
Video,
call
dude,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I thought she knew it, but
Yeah.
there's actually a TV show that actually threw that out there, and that's how she found out.
It was on a movie.
There's a
Oh, the
T-
movie.
a
Sorry,
movie.
it
I
was
was
a
about to
new
say
thing.
there's a TV show.
You had to watch the girl with the condom, and then you just sucked that.
Yeah, that one is because the noise.
Yeah.
The noise is insane.
And I
I'm
didn't
like,
know
you
the
make
noise
that?
was
Oh,
a
wow.
real thing until she sat in front of me and did it, and I wanted to like run into that room because Cody Ray with the headphones on just slow turned and was
He
like,
was like, "Oh my lord."
it was like in a world of suck. It was crazy.
Yeah, it is. Broken washing machine sound. Like
Yeah,
it is.
100%.
Oh my god, dude, that's
But we want to throw this just straight at the guests right away. I want to see what you do with this. We usually have a segment we do cracking questions where our fans consistently send us questions. We appreciate you guys on that one and keep sending them in. But we want to ask you, what is a cracking question that you would like to ask the floor? The cracking question is just a random question, whether it's dirty, clean, whatever the case is. But what is your question to the Boogered Up podcast?
All right, my question, and just kind of like just a random.
Anything.
It could be anything.
Anything. You can get crazy.
All right. Would you rather? You ever seen like the dirty toenail videos?
oh my god, yeah,
Like the real
I
bad.
hate where this is going. Yep.
yeah, fuck.
Ew.
You have to either eat one of those or have your toe cut off.
Cut
You
my
have to
toe
eat like
off.
the corn chip, ram's horn toenail. You have to eat it.
So I got 9 of them left, right?
Do I get
Yeah.
dipping sauce?
And you're losing it. No, you just gotta eat it. Fucking, you gotta go. You gotta go at it. You can't cook it or anything. You just gotta fucking.
Can I
crunch
choose
it.
which toe?
You're losing a big toe.
You gotta relearn how to walk.
Yeah.
Now I've got a problem.
Yeah.
Damn, I
I'm
think I'm
still
gonna.
cutting that toe off.
No.
I'm not a huge. I hate feet.
I'm
I
not
think
gonna lie.
honestly, I think I'm gonna eat the corn chip.
I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat
it
the corn
100%.
chip nail.
You need that toe more than you think.
I
Yeah,
honestly
that's what I'm
gotta
saying.
eat these, so I mean, I might as well eat the chip. If you know what it is,
You
is
got
my
a vasectomy.
tubes.
Oh shit!
I'm like one of the only people probably that asked for these fuckers, and they're just sitting next to me now.
Marinating.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I
throw
was
them up,
gonna eat 'em, but
we're
they
gonna
came
fry
out-
Don't
them
cook them
up.
on high.
Don't cook them on high.
Don't cook them on high. You know.
We'll cook it like a little
It's a slow
placenta.
cook. Yeah.
I've learned a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
I'm eating the corn chip toe. I'm gonna eat but it'd
If
be
you had
real
to-
fucking hard
If you had to pick a sauce, what sauce are you going with?
to dip it.
Yeah. And it's only a little bit. You're not going to be able to cover it so you can get the taste, but you have to mix it with the sauce.
Have you ever had
What is the sauce?
Have you ever had tiger sauce?
What is it?
It's
Yeah,
like
hot
a
sauce?
It's kind of like a sweet and spicy sauce, but it's real good. So I'd probably go with some tiger sauce.
Okay.
I'd probably go with ranch because ranch is just very
It's
strong
overpowering.
taste.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Taco Bell steak, the jalapeno sauce.
Oh, okay.
If you don't know, you can buy that actually from the bag. Because you ever a quesadilla from Taco
Yeah,
Bell?
yeah.
The sauce inside, that spicy sauce?
Yeah, that orange
you can
sauce?
buy that in a bag
What?
if you ask. I broke the system, okay?
Wait, you can buy it from Taco Bell in
Taco
just
Bell,
a
because you know Taco Bell has the stuff in the stores that they have in
Yeah.
the bottle.
Yeah.
They don't have the jalapeno sauce. I fucking die for that sauce.
Yeah.
So I go in there and I used to ask for 25 sides. And one day they go, stop fucking asking for the sides. I'll give you the bag. And I was like, how much you gonna cost me the bag? And they're like, I'll give you a fucking discount if you don't make me put it in the sides. I'm like, all right, bet. I go up there because they all know I got the pod, so they can cuss at me or whatever. And they're like, "Why do you fucking do this all the time?" I got a couple ingredients I make with it. It's super good. What's up? The air fryer chicken nuggets and tater tots with it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Superb. But yeah, a little dip of that sauce with it,
And that's gold.
That sounds.
That's
yeah.
money, dude.
That's gonna help. Are you still cutting off your toe if you get a sauce?
No, I'm still cutting my toe off.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like feet. Plus, my one toe hurts
Nobody
really
likes it. No one's doing it because they like it.
bad. I know, but my one toe hurts really bad already. So if I just cut it off, that would
So
two
you're
birds with
trying
one
to fix
stone.
your shit.
Wait,
Is that what
wait,
you're
wait.
doing?
Get two birds stoned at once,
Do
right?
you
Nick?
have a bad toenail? Like,
Bad toenail? No, just like my toe.
what happened to your toe?
I don't know. It's just like calloused over. It's like
Okay.
like I got like workman's foot.
It's fucked.
What are you doing?
He said, "What are you doing? We can't say that word on here. You know the algorithms of YouTube."
Well, yeah, I
Everything of
thought
that
we were talking
nature.
about toes. I thought he was going to put a toe on me.
Oh, you got real nervous about him
Yeah.
with the toes.
I did.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Did you answer it? What did you answer? Answer, motherfucker.
I'm eating the chip.
You're eating the chip. How big is this?
Have you seen the corn, like the ram's horn ones? They're
The
thick.
ram's horn? I mean,
yeah, they look like a ram's
You're
horn.
talking. So you're getting a hunk with it.
Like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be like thick.
It's
Beef
also
jerky.
bone. So like, Yeah, it's gonna be gnawing on that a little bit.
Hold on, let me see if I can-
Can we clean it?
Yeah, you can clean it.
Oh yeah, fucking
Yeah,
A.
yeah,
I
you
can
can
clean it.
clean
Hell
it.
yeah, I'm good. I just got really nauseous thinking about the daily work life of that, and then you. Oh, dude, I'm about to throw up. I'm a fucking mailman, dude. I walk like 11 miles. If somebody's walking with that and then cut it off, I'm gonna.
Oh hell no!
Let me see that. How bad is that?
It's bad.
That thing wrap around 45 times like a
Shit's
fucking
got Famunda
electrical
cheese
cord.
on it.
Wait, that's a lady's toe?
That's a lady's
she's
toe?
watching them
That's a
do
lady.
it. She's reacting to it.
That's a woman.
Yeah, it's real bad. I mean, you can't really see it from there.
Looks
but
like it's already got mustard.
I don't know if I
in.
need to see it after just looking at Cody, right? I think I'm
Yeah.
okay. I appreciate that. You send it to me if you want on Instagram. I'll
Yeah.
watch it later, maybe while I'm beating dick.
Ugh.
No, okay. So let's get some rains. What's the other cracking for the episode? Welcome back, Fairy Tale.
Oh my god, that hurt. That was hurting.
Christmas is coming up, holiday season. Which reindeer is the best?
Oh, why you put that on me?
Dog, what?
Yeah, which one is your favorite?
There's Prancer, Dancer, Vixen, Donald,
Comet, Cupid.
Comet.
Donald Trump. There we go.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
the
best
that's
reindeer.
I'm the best. Man.
I'm the best
Oh,
reindeer.
Santa loves me.
These reindeer are huge.
They don't even need the other reindeer. I know my Trump's not great, but it
It was good enough. It was fine.
These other reindeer.
I think Rudolph seems like the easy answer.
You don't
But-
want to go with the easy answer. Nobody's going to go with the easy answer.
No.
here.
So there was a movie that came out in like 1991. I think it was called Prancer, and Prancer gets lost, and this little kid, I think like a little girl, helps Prancer and like builds a friendship with him, and that movie was terrible. So not Prancer.
I love the build up. I for sure thought
I was like, oh, Prancer's got to be it.
Like,
What a
I was
right
like,
turn.
I was like, I don't need Prancer in there. I think the baddest name is
Vixen.
Isn't it Blitzen? I was gonna go Blitzen.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Blitzen or Vixen?
Or Comet. Comet's fucking badass.
Comets destroy shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Comet. I'm gonna go Comet. Yeah,
All right, I got to go different then.
yeah.
Because I was going to go Comet, and you both just shit on my other two. And I still think I want to go with one of your two. So you go. Because I'm trying to debate
fuck.
between the two of you
It's
now.
either Vixen or Blitzen.
I don't think Vixen is one.
Is that Vixen?
Dude, like-
Am I making that up? Is
Vixen,
it,
I
Yeah,
thought
you're
was-
thinking of like
I
that.
thought Prancer and Dancer and
Vixen sounds like
Somebody
a stripper
say
right
the
there.
fucking lineup for us, please.
I don't even know the whole
Taylor,
song.
you're the smart person in the room. Can you name it?
He don't
Fuck.
even know them all. Fuck.
Hold on,
Oh man, and Vixen is one. Oh.
Vixen's one, I thought, right?
I thought it's Blitz. I don't know.
Blitzen?
It's a mother.
this is
Dasher?
Listen, I found a list of Santa's reindeer names and their personalities.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
change
shit. Let's
everything.
find out who
That
these people
does.
really are.
Which-
Oh, fuck.
right.
Who's the chain
All right,
smoker?
there is a Vixen.
I'm Vixen.
See, that's why, okay, I was
because
with
it
Vixen.
sounds like I'm a little
I'll go-
slut.
So Vixen, slightly tricky, skill, magic.
Okay.
I'm tricky.
What was mine? Mine was Comet, handsome and easygoing, good with kids. That's creepy. I don't want
That's a
Comet
great
anymore.
mixture. I love the
don't-
mixture for you.
I
There you
fucking
go.
hate it. I
There
hate
you
it.
go.
Steve Rogers.
Yeah,
Steve
What
Rogers.
was the B? What was the one?
Blitzen.
Blitzen. I'll go Blitzen
All right.
for sure.
Fast as a bolt,
Nope.
can electrify others.
Let's go, dude.
Hey, your speeches in the COD lobbies do be getting me going.
Oh yeah, trust me. You be running COD, dude?
There's Dasher. He loves to go fast. Some of these are pretty. Sewing is his skill. How the fuck is a deer sew?
He sews real fast. Real fast.
He's real fast.
A dancer, completely extroverted. All kinds of dance. That's
All
his
kinds
skill.
of dance.
His name Dancer.
What's your guys' answers over there? Hold
Is
on.
there a Donner?
There is a Donner. Loud, skill, singing.
Dude,
Run it.
Cody Ray.
Run it.
It's
Would-
closing time.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go Prancer.
Prancer. All right. A bit vain, though affectionate. Skill, prancing.
I fucking hate this so much.
I can see
This is
Garrett.
the worst list.
I can see Garrett prancing around the front yard.
Like they didn't,
He's
like,
gonna be giving
for
me
some of them, they
lessons.
tried to like think of something clever or at least silly, like sewing. But for like Dancer and Prancer, they're like, We just gotta finish this
They're
up.
like, he fucking dances and he prances. No.
That's so funny.
Oh, I fuck with it.
Yeah, Nick was laughing at that. Are you a video game person by any means?
Not really. My girlfriend's pretty into stuff, but I'm not really.
Is your girlfriend in the COD?
No, she plays Fallout and Sims.
Elden Ring? Oh.
Not Elden
Sims?
Ring.
Did you say Sims?
Yeah, she loves the Sims.
What is up with girls?
Bro, The Sims is
loving
dope.
to play
Hey,
The
my
Sims?
girlfriend, hey, Taylor, she fucks with The Sims too.
Let me ask you a question.
It's on
and
my
you a question too.
Yeah.
I got both of you guys
All right.
because every single person that plays The Sims as an adult knows what they're doing on there. They're getting the extras to fuck. Do your girls have The Sims fuck consecutively?
Yeah, she names the person after me though.
What?
Yeah, she's like, it's Nick and Taylor, and I'm like, okay.
Watches Nick and Taylor fuck on The Sims.
My
I'm
girl,
like, that's kind of sexy.
she like creates all like the characters aren't based on her or
Right.
me, unless I'm an Asian guy. But
Little off, we got it.
yeah, but I don't think I've seen her fuck with them. Like,
So is she
but
actually playing?
She likes designing the houses. Like that's her.
Oh, like
So then she can like make like her dream house and just have like the life that she thought she was gonna have when she
heavens. So
still
that's
had
it.
hope.
Okay.
when she still had hope.
She's up one day. She just sits on there just crying, just
Yeah.
like
Playing Sims.
go to the corner.
So-
I'm having so much
She
fun.
does play like she was going through, and her character job was like an interior designer, so that way she could get to design more houses. And her character fell in the pool and fucking died. Because she
didn't learn
she was playing it while she was drunk and she fell asleep. And she woke up and she was like, "My character's dead.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I'm like, "What happened?" She's like,
I fell in the
"She
pool.
drowned." I'm like, "How'd she drown? Didn't you know she was in the water?" She's like, "Passed out."
She was drunk driving her sim.
Like, imagine like that's your tragic drunk story.
I killed my Sims. I'm
I
a
killed
murderer.
my sim.
I'm a murderer.
You go on, she was so excited to play the next day, and she's like, "Why am I in the pool? What the fuck?"
I didn't save in the pool.
Holy shit! Oh, dude, no, seriously.
can't
Every
believe
single
she
girl that
drowned.
I've talked to that plays The Sims, for some odd reason, they always find like the most animated stuff to like add on and like to get into the game for like a plug-in
Yeah.
to like do like different sex positions and like
alright.
sex parties and all this crazy
Well,
stuff.
There's
I think
a
that's
bunch
when you
of
play.
add-ons.
I think that's when you play on PC. She plays on Xbox, and you can't
okay.
do the as much. I mean, I think they do, but they do the thing where they get under like the sheet,
And you don't see
and
nothing.
You don't see it. So.
Okay.
But there's like a bunch of add-ons for The Sims. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Like
add-ons,
all
all
you
the
can
mods
take-
and stuff,
You
you
can
can
take
get-
the censor off of them
Yeah.
when you fuck.
Yeah, I've watched that porn. Like not
He
jerked
says
off
to-
to it, but I've seen it.
he's
It
like, that's one of the
exists.
best.
Yeah.
That's crazy shit.
It's on there.
Speaking of, I got
on YouTube.
I got a little cum joke.
All right.
Oh God.
Why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle? Because his wife died. It's a little dark,
Yeah.
but Taylor gets it.
No, we all got it.
No, that went over my head. I don't get it.
Shit, no, it's terrible. I'm sorry.
Now you have to explain your joke. Go ahead.
All right, so the doctor is actually not their soda. He's a real doctor. Dr. Pepper is actually a real person. His wife died. That's why he comes in the bottle.
Yeah, I got it. That's what I thought.
God damn it! Cue the crickets.
So,
Yeah.
the-
Can we rate that joke?
No,
one thing that happens when you do stand up is people like to tell you their favorite joke. And this girl after a show was like, "Can I tell you a joke?" And no matter what joke they tell me, I will not laugh.
Oh, you have that. Oh, you're a dick.
But
You're such a dick.
but it was an easy one because she told me like this racist like not funny joke.
Fuck.
So she goes.
That's her best joke.
She's like, this is honestly, she's like, this joke is so funny. You're going to love it. Which I'm like, no, I'm not. But go ahead and tell it. And she goes, why don't Mexicans compete in the Olympics? And I just go, they do.
They do.
I feel like they absolutely do. Like, and
She's like, but
she's
now the
she's like, but
punchline.
no, it's for the joke. I'm like, okay, fine.
Theoretically.
Why not? And she goes, because all the ones that can swim and run and jump are already in America. I'm like, well, you can still compete in the Olympics if you move to
God.
America. Just totally shut her down.
Just cut her.
She's like, oh my
cut her
God.
joke off.
She's like, that joke
I
is so funny.
I don't know if you know this, but like, there's guys that like live in America that are from other countries and they'll compete in the Olympics for their country. Like
That just happened last Olympic. They were
Yeah.
trying to decide what country they were going to actually support.
yeah. And
Oh my
then,
God.
so I just
funny.
logicked her joke into the ground. 'cause-
And
Jesus
she was just
Christ.
like, honestly, maybe that joke isn't that funny.
What a D-grade joke that is, too.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right. Well,
I like-
they try to sell it as like the funniest fucking joke.
I'm
and it's
expecting to laugh.
just- yeah, I'm expecting something that is like not like the easiest like 1981 dad.
Right,
racist
right,
joke.
right.
Like, that's not like. And she's like a 30-year-old lady. I'm like, why is this?
Oh,
one
her
weird?
husband definitely tells the jokes.
Yeah.
She got that from her husband.
Oh, well, and this same lady. So this just goes
Oh, boy.
where her stand-up is. She goes, and this is how disrespected you can be in comedy. You can be the most successful person. And she goes, did you know Kevin Hart did stand-up before he was an actor? I was like, yeah. She's like, I didn't know that he did stand-up. I thought he was just like a comedic actor, and then he started
That's
doing stand-up.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
Holy shit. She has
Yeah.
no idea about the years prior
Yeah.
of him working as a
Oh my God.
selling
that was
out
like
the stadium
that
and
was
shit,
like
everything
oh my
else.
God, oh my God, his
Yeah.
originals are so funny. Like
Yeah.
his dad in the audience.
What's the fucking
Right.
dick coming out? Oh,
yeah,
that's
but like
cool.
she has no idea about that. She's like, I just thought he was in movies. I know he does stand up.
Oh my God,
I'm like,
was-
he sold out like stadiums, like he sold out.
Yeah.
Was he the first one to sell out of like a football
Yeah,
stadium?
he
Was
filmed
it
a
Philly?
special.
Yeah.
There's Philly because
Yeah.
that's where he's from. Because he like, if you heard any interview with him, he's like, yeah, I'm from Philly.
Yeah.
And I used to drive to New York every day to do comedy. Like he didn't even move to New York. He would just drive there with another comic.
Yeah.
And they would do comedy every night.
It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it is.
And she's like, I thought he was just an actor.
You know what's got to be the best part of that is like she's going on these like movies and shit where he's very much older than what he was back then, and then going and seeing these stand-ups that aren't like prime HD beautiful
He's like,
looking.
oh my
things.
God, he looks
And
really good.
and he looks like a fucking like 18-year-old.
Yeah, he's like a baby.
And he's just got to be like, oh wow, this has got to be from a little bit ago. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh
He
Christ,
looks
this
so
was in like
good.
2008,
What was-
2010.
Yeah, it was Big Little Man was like 2006.
Yeah, it
even?
was
Like-
something like that. It was
Yeah.
far. It was very far.
Yeah.
That was one of the questions I actually had for you, and was with your time on the street, on the road, and everything else. Is like, what had to have been the craziest story?
Yeah,
out
I
there?
was gonna ask that earlier.
Okay, so
You
like
got to have a phenomenal story.
there's definitely here's one of my favorites. I was working at a club in West Virginia, and it was like a club inside of a hotel,
Okay.
and it was what was it? Not Morgantown, Wheeling, West Virginia, and it was just part of this run where you do like a different city every night, and hanging out with this girl after the show, and she's like really like flirting with me a lot, and like I'm pretty new in comedy at this point, so I'm like, this is pretty cool. She's a little.
She's kind of cute.
She's kind of cute, a little grimy, but I don't.
in a grimy in a good way though.
Like
it's a good grimy.
And we're
Getting what you can get, kind of.
we're having some. I didn't even think I was really drinking. I think she was, and she wasn't even really drinking. We were just kind of talking and like flirting, and at some point, she like this was going on for like 2 hours, and then she like lost her cool, and she's like, "All right, I'm gonna cut to the chase. I love crack."
Oh,
and I'm trying to get some crack. So, I'll go up to your room and we can do stuff if you give me money so I can buy crack. Like just that matter of fact.
she's like, I don't give a fuck. I just want crack.
Yeah. So and I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh damn it! I was
Yeah.
really hoping that
I
you
know,
would fall
but
through with this.
I-
and you go, I was hoping for the end of it, and I hope that crack did her well.
And she had the biggest rock that night.
Yeah, I did not want
Dave
to fuck
Chappelle crack rock
The
joke.
biggest rock that
yeah,
night.
West Virginia crack whore did not seem like.
God damn! That's
I had
so
a run-in
good.
with some West Virginia girls. So me and my buddies were driving down to Fort Lauderdale for spring break, and we stopped in. I don't even know what town it was, but they had a Hooters right off the fucking interstate, basically.
You know that's gonna be a hell of a Hooters.
Oh
I
my
think
god!
Cincinnati's was like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So we pull off there and stuff, and we're all in like sweatpants, hoodies. We walk in at shit kickers and belt buckles.
Yeah.
And so we're getting the stare. we're like, we are out of place. And we had all the bitches there, basically, all the Hooters women there. And they're like, they were.
Correct yourself.
Yeah, well,
Respectfully.
respectfully.
Yeah.
The Hooters workers.
So they were, long story short, they were trying to basically, like, 4 of the girls were trying to get us to go back to their apartment and fuck. Like, they were like, skip driving there, like, come back with us.
Did they want crack?
I don't think.
They might have.
Maybe
math.
I'm
You're
saying,
younger.
after hearing that story, my math's kind of adding up.
Did you complete the mission? What happened there?
We ate our shit, finished our beers, talked a little bit, and we drove through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when the girls are that eager, there's
got to be a catch.
Catchy. Yes, there's a catch.
There's a catch.
You're gonna get robbed or some shit. Like it's
Getting set up.
something's
I
going
did bang
down.
a girl from Florida though. That's
good. See, so he's still got
Colombian girl.
Yeah, he got there.
I
the
thought
best,
you were talking about
destroyed my
trauma.
life. Yeah,
the
that is
best,
trauma, but
the best Hooters that I've ever been to.
Oh, it's the bitch that sent him down the wrong path.
Oh yeah, this bitch.
I thought you were talking about trauma, and he goes, "Yeah, that's trauma." He tried to surpass
Yeah,
it.
I was trying to surpass it, but he reversed back over the speed bump.
All right, well, let's talk about trauma.
No,
We've never talked about that trauma on this podcast.
that's like one of my no-nos I don't talk about.
Okay.
'Cause I got played like a.
So good.
If this is my
It's good
podcast,
shit.
if this is my podcast, you'd have to talk about.
I
it.
mean, I'll give you a
Kill
little
it.
insight. So
we gotta get Nick on the Bill Squire show.
Yeah.
So that
Oh
he's
my
like,
God.
So about that, no.
I'm like, oh man, yeah.
We'll do it live too. It'll be.
Oh my god, everybody be like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Looking
give us,
at it
give
now.
us give us a little rundown though, just so we know.
Oh my god, I ended up basically falling in love with this girl. Got a whole apartment because she was gonna move up here, and never happened. So I was just stuck in this lonely apartment where I was looking at everything I bought for us.
Oh.
Drinking a lot, got a DUI
With my brother.
with his brother in the car.
fuck.
He got hit harder than me, I feel like, though, and
He
I was
got
the one
hit
driving.
so hard, he had to wear an ankle monitor for so long.
Yeah, he had to wear an
Whoa,
ankle
did he
monitor.
try and like take the cop's gun or something?
I had no idea. He was so compliant.
Yeah.
He told the cop I had weed.
did he
he
have-
told him it was mine.
What? He snitched on you in front of you?
Yeah, he snitched on me. I was like, bruh. I told him it wasn't
Did he have
mine.
prior things that led to that?
no.
But
Yeah, he
smelled
was
the
on
weed?
diversion.
No, he had
okay.
underage. He was selling to a minor at the vape shop.
That wasn't an underage, but it was on diversion for that. It was like selling to a minor.
Okay, so he had other stuff that.
I forgot about that.
Get in
Okay.
trouble.
But yeah, but he had to wear an alcohol monitor and like I didn't have to do anything. I just had to wait for court.
So you had to. So you got an apartment. She was going to move up here.
No.
I knew Bill was
Sorry,
going to
yeah.
cut in.
Ah, fuck yeah.
And,
Let's dig it.
and
Let's
you
throw
like
some salt on
you
it.
bought everything. Like you. furnished
Well,
it.
no, she like bought half of it with me, so she
So she was sending you money.
so she sent me money for half of everything.
right.
But
Caveat.
you gotta talk about that family. You gotta talk about why she was sending that money.
Her dad loaded. When I went
Filthy
down,
fucking
when I
rich
went down
family.
there for the week, bro, I showed up to her neighborhood and she punched in the code. Gated community.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, he knew exactly what that meant."
I was like, oh boy. I was like, I've never been to your house. Like, you've just always came to my hotel when I was down here last.
He said, "Our streets are open. This is crazy."
So then what?
Yeah.
She just never pulled the trigger and came up. Like,
Nope.
why
She just
not?
never. I have no idea. That's just
I think it had
unsolved.
to do
That's unsolved business that I don't know still, and I don't think I want to.
Yeah, I think her dad said, "Why would you move to Ohio?"
Yeah, literally, it's Ohio.
For some dude that came down for spring break
Yeah.
just to bang sloozies, and
Yeah.
he's just like, "You
Well,
just
I
so
was in-
happen to be that
Yeah.
sloozy."
Well, I was in school at the time. I had a good head on my shoulders, and then
How old was she?
19.
Okay.
I just turned 20 that year. Yeah,
Okay.
I just turned 20
So
that year.
this isn't actually that bad of a story. This is like just young, stupid shit.
yeah. Except for the fact he spent all of his money, all for the arrival of this woman that never showed up, and he held hope for a while.
But, hey,
that gets sad.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was the sad
As the
part.
best friend, I have
Right,
to initiate
Yeah,
the rest
but
of it. There,
oh my god, there's so much trauma. Like I'm so sad right
So
now.
you spent so much. you
literally
spent so much
so
money,
sad.
but like at least she was pitching in and like
Yeah, I was gonna say if
You
I
get-
would have, I would have felt like the biggest jackass.
because
but, like,
that's what I thought it was. I thought she was like
oh yeah, no,
having you buy stuff or like But if she was pitching, at least it wasn't like
no, but I got a
full-on
kicker for you.
catfish
I got
type thing,
I got a
but-
kicker for you though.
Yeah.
So I moved out. because I was like, I can't afford this on my own. I moved out. She hit me a couple months later and was like, yo, if you aren't using any of that, can you send some of it down to me? I'm like, bitch, you have the audacity?
You should have been like, yeah, there's going to be shipping and handling, though. And fucking,
send me some money.
Yeah, you get
and then block her.
Yeah, get $5,000.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. No.
You hit her up now.
No. I'm in a very happy relationship now. I needed that little fucking speed bump.
Yeah.
That was quite the speed bump, to say the least.
Yeah, I went down a path, let me tell you that.
The things we'll do for girls, like the shit. Is
Absolutely.
Just
Oh my god, I absolutely hate it.
them.
Like that young age where you're just...
You think you got the world by the balls.
You don't know what love actually is. You just know, you're just enticed, and especially if a girl's hot, you're doing all sorts of dumb shit.
God, yeah.
Let a stripper pee in my bed. Like, I didn't let her. She did.
He just didn't say anything.
She peed in my bed, and
yeah, no. Cody Ray was telling me one of the cameras just died, but you just said what?
I ran a show in Cleveland at the time, like a comedy show, and this is MySpace days.
Hell yeah!
We were just talking about MySpace.
She found me on MySpace, and she's like, "Can I come do stand up?" And she came and did stand up, and she was so bad. She was trying to. This is like peak Dane Cook, and she was trying to be like a female Dane Cook, and just thought running around on the stage and like
wailing arms
like would be great. And it was so bad, but it like she's like, okay, and I was good, so she's like, okay, let's hang out, and we went to a bar, and she got fucking ripped, and then she came over and we fucked, and then she fell asleep in my bed. And, like, I had just bought the bed, too. Like, I was sleeping on a futon for, like, a year.
So this is a bed you're still breaking in.
Yeah,
you were proud to upgrade
on
this bed.
proud to upgrade on this bed. And
she just dumped.
She just takes a big hot piss on my bed. And then when she, like, I wasn't even that mad
she
about
tried to
that.
blame it on you.
What fucking made me, she's like, oh, did you pee the bed? And I was like, no. You're the one that was fucking pissed drunk. Like, this is so you. And she's like, yeah, you're right. Like she did own it.
Jesus, didn't even try to argue it.
And then I was like, "Are we gonna hang out again?" And she's like, probably not. And I was like, "Okay, like, that's fine."
This is a massive L. I'm just gonna take it to the chest and move on.
Yeah, we had some okay sex, and like that
you
was
peed my bed.
Good sex, piss in the bed. Not that good of sex.
Did you wake up, or did you, like, feel her peeing? Or
yeah,
did you...
and I was like,
oh, you woke up in pee?
I woke up in pee,
like,
yeah.
No, you woke up in midstream pee? Like, oh, Christ.
Like, it was seeping over towards me.
He was like, I don't have a water bed.
You woke up a lot warmer, and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Damn. And
is the heat
I was like,
on?
hey, you're peeing in my bed. And she's like, that wasn't me. And I was like, yeah, it was. And,
it's like, it fucking leaked
Smell
towards me, asshole.
Smell your fucking underwear.
Here's the thing. I bought that bed, like, because this is when I had started... Like, I was working on the road kind of regular. I'm working at comedy clubs and, like, the Improv and Hilarities in Cleveland pretty regular, too. And I met this girl that ended up being my wife, now ex-wife. And she didn't want to have sex on the futon again. So she's like, buy a bed. And I was like, all right, fine. So I went and bought a bed and then hooked up with this other girl. It peed on before that girl ever got to come over and be on it. And then I told the story... with my buddy Robert Kelly, who's a comedian. He did like the phone podcast. You remember those? Like the
yeah.
So it was a two-way. It was just like a conference call, and you'd call this number, and we just talk on the phone for an hour.
Right.
And I told him that story, and then she listened to that podcast.
Oh no!
And still hung out with me.
Oh,
And I was like,
love that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
She's like, she was really mad at me, but she's like, because we were like. We had hung out once, and she's like, I'm not your girlfriend yet. Like, I get it, but, like, I listened to that podcast. Why did you tell that story? I'm like, because Robert Kelly is a famous comic, and I needed a story. And that was the only thing that happened, and it was a great story.
And he probably fucking loved it.
Yeah, it was
because
awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. She fucking peed all over your brand new bed, bro.
Yep.
The audacity.
And then my ex-wife didn't see the red flag and kept hanging out with me.
That's so fucking
She was like, there's a giant stain on this brand new bed.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it.
And I didn't do it. Oh, that's good. I was going to ask you as well, talking about your stand-up is good because you've been doing this for a long time. You've been molding your art.
Yeah.
Who do you take reference to as to like who can you credit as to who you've taken knowledge off of, some antics and everything else?
Well, I mean, you got the greats that are, like growing up, I listened to a lot of Steve Martin, Adam Sandler, like those sketches, those sketch albums that he did were fucking hilarious.
Right.
Actually, Foxworthy. I like
Jeff Foxworthy,
those,
Ron White.
Yeah. Well, not Ron came later. I'm talking like when I was like a little kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like this is pre-blue collar stuff. This is like when I remember people printing out the "you might be a redneck" stuff and like handing, like it was like a meme.
Yeah,
But
it was like
people
meme before memes.
so
people were
good.
just handing out.
That's so fucking good.
They just walk around like I printed 5 of these because they're so funny, and they just like hand it out.
Okay.
But then I really love. I mean, Dave Attell has got to be. He's up there. He's really fucking towards the top of it. Attell, Patrice O'Neal, Chappelle, Bill Burr, and even Robert Kelly, who I was just talking about, and that's cool because he's a friend, and so he's. Have you guys seen his stuff? Do you know him?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
I have, yeah.
He's fantastic, and his attitude is just like watching him like own a stage is just one of the best things. So
Very
they're just-
controlling.
Yeah, very. Just screaming laughter from the crowd.
Yeah.
Like people go crazy.
It's really good. That's one of the things I stand off with comics is like to where you can actually not one. And it's more for like the bigger comics and people that actually have really done this thing to where they can actually grab an audience and actually control them left and right.
Yeah.
And you could tell like when he can
Right.
you can basically be like laugh now
Yeah, yeah.
and they'll laugh and you'd be like oh make a noise like a oh my god noise and they'll make an oh my god noise.
Yeah.
For the control of like a roller coaster.
Yeah, being able to work that crowd.
100%.
Mulaney's up there too. I really like what he does. I think I saw him on this recent tour that he came through, and I mean, there's also like Maria Bamford and Kathleen Madigan. There's just so many that I put. Brian Regan, he's up there. Lewis Black is fucking insanely good.
Right.
Like I can talk about so many great comics because there's so many that like inspire me and then that's kind of who I am is like I try to be funny but like you get little tiny bits of all those people
Right.
and then
It makes you your own person.
it makes your own thing whereas you don't want to be too much of one guy. I mean
100%.
Segura, Burt Kreischer, I love those guys too and there's just a ton.
Right. Yeah, we actually just a couple weeks ago we were in Cleveland
Yeah,
for
we
the
were.
Improv. We went and saw Gary Owen.
Oh,
And-
Gary's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary's fucking talking about a guy that can control a crowd.
It was
I
a hard
opened for
night
him.
for us.
Yeah.
When we were there, the crowd was not good.
Oh my God,
it
I was
the best-
rolling.
It was the best story of it.
Yeah.
And shout out T-Robe.
Shout out T-Robe, for
He
sure.
was the one that hooked us up with a table, VIP table. So we had these goons over here sitting at that table. Me and him and ladies were at the other tables, and we were laughing across a room from each other. We were laughing so fucking hard and seeing each other laugh so
Yeah.
hard while the rest of the crowd would laugh for a second and then direct.
And like,
Next joke.
and
Yeah.
he
But
would
we're
tell
con-
that joke,
we're
and I'm
consistent
still laughing
Yeah.
at that last joke.
You can hear the.
Did he point it out?
You can hear both.
No.
Did he point you guys out at all? Or?
He did crowd work with
Yeah.
my
They were,
girlfriend. Yeah,
they were the VIP tables. So
Yeah.
they were going to get some work on that. We were over on the side, but I swear to God, you could hear. It was funny. It was like a burst of laughter,
Yeah.
and then there was nothing from everybody else, and all of our tables were just loud as fuck.
Like rolling, yeah.
And it was like, there was times me and him locked eyes,
Yeah.
and we were laughing, and we're like, "What the fuck? What's happening?"
Yeah, I was
yeah,
like, this is
sometimes
awesome.
crowds are weird like that where they're not. It's one of those frustrating things where the crowd does do that thing where they just laugh and stop. Like you kind of want to roll and like keep the laughter going. But Gary's great. I opened for him a million years ago at the old when the Cleveland Improv was in the different building across the parking lot. I opened for him then, but Gary's great.
Nice.
yeah. He was super funny. He was super chill too. Afterwards, we got to hang out, have a
Yeah.
drink with him. He
He's
was an
a
awesome
dude that too. His talk about cutting your own path.
Right.
Just being like the white guy that's got a black audience and like it's crazy.
A couple of the people that we were with, they had no idea, and I was like, "He's black famous." And
Yeah.
it's one of the things, and they're like, "What the fuck did you say?" And they thought I said some like problematic stuff, and I'm like, "No, he's
Yeah,
black
he's
famous."
black
like,
famous, yeah.
I think I promise you, when we go to Cleveland, we are going to be like the only white people that show up there. And sure as shit,
Yep.
that whole room was black, and there was 2 white tables. I don't know if you noticed, the guy to your left and me have a mullet. So we
Yeah.
were getting some wild looks, like, "Why are these redneck dudes?" And I'm like. Hey, I just got a mullet, man. Calm
Yeah,
down.
just-
I'm cool.
He was hilarious, though. He was
he's
awesome.
great. And that's a crazy room too. Like that's a top going. Like I started going at the Improv, and when I went there, it was a lot more mixed crowds, but I'd still open for people that had like all black audiences, and there'd be nights where it was like, oh, I can't do this. But then nights where it was like the best feeling in the world, kind of like when the black lady gives you a compliment.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a room full of black ladies giving you a compliment. It's the best.
Oh my god!
Black room.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Because black people laugh so much better than white people.
Yeah.
White people get a good,
Like, oh,
and then they're just like, oh,
Gerald.
God. Oh god,
Yeah.
Gerald, did you hear that one, mate? Oh,
They
man.
scream laugh.
Dude,
Like, if you
like-
get them going, it's so fun.
It's so good. And that's what like we went and saw Schultz.
Oh my
Andrew
god,
Schultz.
Yeah.
that was so fun.
Fuck, that was a while ago.
That was in April.
Yeah, and so when
Where
we-
was he at?
It was in
Agora?
Yeah, the Agora.
okay.
Yeah, which is a terrifying place. Also, that place is
Be
scary.
there December 16th, Bill Squire's Christmas Kwanzaa. Come on out. I'll hook you guys up. I'll get you
Hey,
some
appreciate
Bro,
that.
yeah, we'll go
Very
for real.
much.
I love
Yeah.
It's a Friday night, too. So
comedy
Hell
shows
yeah.
are top tier. Like that's the
Yeah.
most fun I feel like you can have on like a weekend night.
Yeah.
What
You
day is
may-
that?
December 16th.
It'll
Friday,
write it
December
down.
16th. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get you some passes.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Actually, you know what? Where can they see? Where can they find you? Like, what shows do you got coming up?
That's the big one. I'm not doing too many. I think I'm doing one in like Warren, Ohio, the night before Thanksgiving. I don't even know what the venue. I think like the Underground or something.
Okay.
Out there, and then
So, what is this one on December 16th?
this one is called Bill Squire's Christmas Kwanzaa, and it's basically where I get comics that are like Cleveland famous together, and we do like a big show, and everybody.
That's awesome.
Everybody's like 20 minutes, so it's me, Mary Santora, who's on the radio show with me.
She is fucking
Yeah,
funny.
she's funny.
Very funny.
She's
very
funny.
funny. Then John Bruton, who he tours with Ali Sadiq,
Okay.
and then Jasmine Carter, who is out in L.A., but she's from Cleveland originally, but she's coming home for Christmas, and I was like, come do the show. And she's been in like a bunch of commercials, and she's got like 500,000 followers on TikTok.
She
and-
does stuff at the
Nice.
comedy club out there, doesn't she?
Yeah,
I'm saying, I've heard
yeah.
Rogan talk about her.
Yeah, she's been on Kill Tony a couple times too.
Nice.
Oh,
hell
word?
yeah.
Yeah, so she's in like, but now she's doing great. And then Mike Polk Jr., who like Factory of Sadness video.
Okay,
and,
I think I know. Yeah, okay.
The
Okay.
Cleveland hastily made Cleveland tourism video. Like he's a Cleveland legend. So
Well, I'm very excited for
Yeah.
that now. I had no idea.
Yeah,
that was a
I'm
thing.
I'm
very
like
excited.
super stoked
yeah,
now.
it's gonna be a great night.
And there's one last question before we do the little wraps here.
Yeah.
We asked the guests as well. Can you nominate one person that you would like to see on the Boogered Up podcast? If you had to volunteer somebody to come on.
I'll volunteer Mary Santora.
Mary?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That would be
Because
so
I'll try and make
sick.
that happen.
I would love to have her
yeah.
on.
Bro,
That'd be
yeah,
awesome.
I would
Fucking
love
hoot.
that.
Yeah.
That would be so
We should have a
sick.
good time.
Hell yeah. Awesome, man.
And I'll
Well,
tell her that, like, because when you get invited to go to this part of Ohio, and you're trying to like, is this gonna be all right? Like, but it's great.
what's wrong with this part? No, I'm kidding. I can't even
Well,
defend this
anytime-
part of Ohio.
It's
Corn.
Yeah, it's corn. It's a lot of corn. Yeah, it's middle of nowhere, but it's
No, and that's one of the.
and it's like
adversities.
it's one thing for me. I'm a 40-year-old white guy. I'm not worried about it, but
Right.
women are always scared.
You send a woman.
Oh yeah, 100%.
all the way
And
randomly.
rightly so.
Yeah,
Like,
nowadays,
right,
yeah,
right,
they have
right.
the right to be
Yeah,
afraid.
It's one of the adversities that we've had because that's why, like, you're the first guest that we've had on a person.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to come to a random spot in Ohio.
Yeah.
But, like, as they come and, like, I hope that you have had a great time on
I had
the
a
show and
dude,
everything
this has been
else.
so much fun.
And hopefully, I mean, all the people that listen to
I'm
us
so glad
love
we got
this.
to talk about his trauma. Like,
That was I did not expect that. That's crazy.
we got a lot out of him.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
I'm
that's
gonna go home and fucking cry now, but it's okay.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go home and be like, babe,
Isn't that cathartic?
you're amazing.
Though? Isn't it
I kind of
cathartic?
feel like better, but I just feel like I need closure.
Yeah.
But fuck that. I gotta.
Your closure is that it's over. Like
Yeah.
it's over. Like
And I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love that,
That's the
man.
closure.
I fucking love that. Well, we usually have some other segments, but we were running pretty fucking late on a
Yeah.
Friday. I know these guys need to go to the bars and need to get some fucking drinks in them and everything else.
Yeah.
Let these people know where they can find you on all social media platforms and talk about that special again.
Hell yeah.
All right,
spill
I'm
it.
on at Bill Squire, pretty much across the board. On TikTok, it's at the Bill Squire, but Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, it's just at Bill Squire. And then the special is Bill Squire Pure BS, and it comes out on November 22nd. We're doing premiere at 9 p.m. so you can join in the chat. If you watch it, please watch it all the way to the end. If you hate it, leave a comment. If you love it, leave a comment. Just that engagement, you guys know it's so important.
Yes.
Yo, fuck yeah.
So crucial.
Engagement is everything. So
crucial.
But even if you hate it, throw it a thumbs up because what not hurt you.
Yeah.
You just tap the button. It's a little bit of an ab workout.
Don't
with
be
your
a
thumb.
don't be a dick.
Yeah.
love
But people
that.
love being a dick.
I swear.
Yeah.
We'll try and make sure that all the goons are on there so we can enjoy
100%.
it as well.
Yeah.
We'll flood it with comments.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
Love
love
it.
that.
Appreciate
Well, hey,
it.
small round of applause for Bill. Thank you very
Yeah,
much
dude.
for being on
Thank you so much
here.
for taking the time out of your
Yeah.
day just to travel over here to small town Clyde, man. It means a lot for real.
Dude, this was a blast. I had decent expectations and you exceeded them all.
That's
There you go.
awesome. The fucking
And you're an awesome
It was
therapist.
a fucking fun. Yeah. Well, dude, it's about what is it? Not attachment, but what do you?
Detachment.
No, not detachment, but connections. It's about connection. You make connections with people,
There you go, yes.
not attachments, and that's
Yeah.
where a lot
Right.
of people fuck up. Is they attach themselves to certain things,
Right.
But you just go, we make a connection, but you can't control it,
Right.
And that's
Yeah,
that's
I
a
like
good lesson
that.
to learn, and that's kind of what you learn from that.
Yeah, that's a good.
100%.
Don't-
I like
don't
that.
I love
attach
the
to
fact
it.
that you just went the complete fucking opposite of him, thinking that that's 100% what he thought. Just
Yeah.
add 2 letters in front of that. That's 100% what he thought.
That's detachment.
Detachment, but in a way, it is detachment.
Yeah.
Guys, check out his special when it comes out on YouTube for sure. We will be in there as well. Say what's up to us while we're in the chat as well. If you guys don't already, hit the fucking bell on YouTube. Make sure you guys are subscribed on there as well. Download the episodes. You guys already know. Re-download it again. Undownload it.
Click the
Re-download it.
subscribe
Jack them
button,
bitches
hit
up
the
for sure.
bell.
That's what you gotta do. Yeah, you gotta
Appreciate that shit. When you jack it up twice, that's better than once. And guys, go have fun. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. And we'll catch you guys on Monday.
Peace.
Shut up!